Step 1. Till up the chicken coop. Take the soil from the top 4 inches to 6 inches, put it in a wheelbarrow. Then walk it an acre to the compost. And they're loving it. They're all going through it now. This whole side by the water and all around the water area was real nice. Had a lot of good soil, and it smells really good. Can't wait to scoop it all out. I'm gonna go dump some of it directly into a garden where I'm gonna be planting a nice cover crop this winter, and then a lot of it's gonna go into the compost. But I scored that little this is called a Mantis rototiller. I got this for $100. Some guy in town was selling it. But it's not the best thing in the world, but it's doing the job, so that's all that matters. It's gonna work for what we need it for. As long as it gets us through this season. Hopefully next season too, that'd be nice. But I'm gonna keep tilling this up as much as I can. I'm gonna try and take as much of this gross soil out of here. I guess it's not gross, much of this good soil out of here. As you can see, it's not gross. It smells really good. It smells just like earth. We used to pour our rabbit pans in here, and then they got the trees and stuff always dropping, and then we always dump leftover food scraps and stuff in here. So they get a whole lot of different type of food items in here. It just goes right back into the soil, and we don't really ever come in here and scoop anything out. So anything I don't take out of here will turn right back into the soil and let it pile up till next time. All right, it's cleaning day. Cleaning out the rabbit coop. Here's all the rabbit waste from the last week and a half or so. We got a few more pans in there. I gotta go move stuff around to get to those, but here's the start, so I figured I'd just shoot a video. I put about 10 pounds of eggshells on this compost pile maybe 4 or 5 days ago. So I'm gonna uncover it now. I'm gonna add this compost to it. I'm gonna add this compost to 1/2, and then I'm gonna turn the other half of the compost on top of the new stuff that I'm adding today. And we're gonna start building this pile as high as I possibly can until I can finish building this area right here, which is gonna be a compost area with pallets. So let's remove this. All right, let's see what happened. Nice, good little bit of mold growing, just like we want. A little bit more activity over here, just like we want. We want the good fungal growth going in this and help break it down a lot faster. I buried about 30 eggs right there that were in our incubator that didn't develop. So what I'm gonna do is put all the new stuff that's in this wheelbarrow on top of this area, and I'm gonna take this side and put it on top. And then I'll soak it all down, recover it, and then eventually we gotta clean the stalls for the sheep and the chickens, and then that'll come over here too. But it's looking good so far. All right, compost pile has been turned. Or I guess we turned at least this side, the right side, onto all the brand new stuff that I just poured in there. There was a lot of good fungal growth in there. It's breaking down really well, turning nice black. There's bugs in it. I think it's doing really, really well. think we should definitely have a nice soil base here by springtime. Or I guess springtime, but fall. By spring it should be really low. I would say it's just below my hip in height right now. So almost 3 feet. Once I put all the sheep manure and a little bit of that chicken stuff on here, we should hit that 3-foot mark. And then I guess in 2 weeks, I'll start moving it over into the bins we're gonna make right along that board that's posted up there. I'm gonna use these pallets and start separating it. But we'll see what happens, and I'm hoping it goes good. Oh yeah, at one point too, I did add rock dust, kelp meal, bone meal, and blood meal to this pile. And in a couple weeks, I'll add some more. And I'll do that probably every 4 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks. Just as I would as if I was growing food in it. I'm gonna start treating it, start getting the nutrients in there. And then when I go to spread this out, I'm gonna till all this into this this natural soil here. It's good soil, it's just very acidic and it needs a lot more real soil in it. So we'll till this into it, and then hopefully get a bunch of wood chips and till a bunch of wood chips into it. And then it'd be nice to have at least a couple inch layer to put right on top, so I can plant all my plants in it. But anyways, that's it. I gotta get back to work. Right now we're cleaning out all the hay and stuff out of this area from the sheep and the baby sheep. But right around the water, I don't know if you can see that, but it turns really black once you get down about 3 or 4 inches. And this whole layer for around 6 feet had a black gold layer, and it smells really bad, but that's the real good stuff. So we're scooping as much as we can out around there. And then I'm gonna come through and take about 3 inches or 2 inches of all this topsoil here with all the poop in it. Watch, as you see when you run your shovel, it just kind of flakes up like that. Where it flakes up basically is what you want, and then it gets down to the main dirt. So we go and clean all that top layer off, and we'll put it in the compost. Basically, and then I got this whole area right here. Uh-oh, his roof fell. I got this whole area right here to do from the ram, and then I got this is all just compost back here, so it's starting to get a little sandy right here. So not all of this, but a lot of it. And then I got to do this guy's pen. This was an old goat pen, but we've been holding him for about a month, and he's getting butchered in a couple days. And we're gonna clean all this out too. And then once I get all this all out of here, then I'm gonna go over to my chicken coop. I bought myself a rototiller. So I'm gonna till up the chicken coop, and I'll take the top 6 inches of that soil and put it on top. Gosh, this almost tripped. Put it on top of all this sheep poop. I really want to get a wood chipper and chip this stuff, man. I know I've probably said it in the other videos, but I started turning this and mixing this today. Then we put all the sheep poop in here on top of a bunch more, just like sheep poop and rabbit poop and whatnot. But this was the layer right around the water bin there. It was really, really nice. I'm getting ready to level this all out. I'm gonna wet it all down and take the rototiller, run it through it, mix it all together real good. Take some more of this. This pile's been cooking for a couple weeks, and it's already breaking down really nice. So I'm gonna take some more of this, put it on top here, and take the rest that was around the water bin and put it on top there. And then I'm gonna go grab more and pile it up. And I might have to extend this out a little bit more and do a square where there's 2 each on each side, 2 pallets on each side to make a full square. Water this down really well, cover it, and I'm gonna leave it till about mid-September. And this should be our good base for our garden over here. It's going to be really good next spring when we get this all spread out, get it tilled into the ground, add some wood chips and till that into the ground. And I'm hoping I'm going to build another one right here and start that very soon as well. So that'll be the base, and then hopefully we can take this and spread it out and be the top after we get wood chips in here, and then I need another 3 inches of soil. But anyways, we have a lot of plans. I'm hoping it all plays out properly. I still got some cleaning up to do. Got to move all this wood, get this crap out of here. I figure we're gonna build our garden all the way up until this first bush right here. Compost update. As you can see, I've just started pulling apart this compost to give it a good turn. I'm gonna go ahead and give it some more nutrients. As you saw in one of my last videos, we have kelp meal, blood meal, bone meal, alfalfa meal, and some rock dust in here. Give that a good mix. And then you start throwing it in like that. Just like so. Back up, dog. Try not to breathe it in if you can. Let's take a handful. Sprinkle along there. And there. And then now I'll till that in, and then I'll do that again with the rest. I'll be back. All right, it's a beautiful night. I decided to start plowing this area, or I guess tilling it. Got the mantis tiller over here tilling it up. Right now I started where the compost pile was originally. Started tilling all this area up. It looks really nice, smells really nice. Still was hot from starting to cook a little bit still. So now right now I got it to about here, and I started watering this area, so I put a little barrier there to stop the water from coming into my pile. But I'm gonna finish up all this area, let the water soak into this area, and then hopefully before it gets dark I can get into this area and start working it. I started dragging a little bit of the compost pile down into this area and working it into the soil. I'm going to leave most of the compost pile there for now, but I'm going to drag a little bit and get some carbon into the soil now while I can. Alright, I just want to do a little update real quick before it got too dark. I'm going to go from here all the way back to the fence. I got to clear some wood and stuff out back there, but this should be a good start to our garlic area, or whatever we end up planting here. But I'm probably going to end up trying to plant garlic in this location first. Alright. I'll keep repeating the process until this is full. I'll be back with you. we will take these wheelbarrows full and we'll take it over to the compost area, spread it out the best we can, and then I'll take my rototiller and I'll till it into the soil. I then will shape my beds 3 feet wide, and I'm probably going to do 50 to 60 feet long. I'm going to do 2 beds for right now, and I'm hopefully will be able to have enough compost that I made in that pile over there to spread across the top of both of those beds. But I'll take you over there, I'll dump this, and we'll talk about what I'm going to do once I get over there. All right, we're at the garden area, compost pile. This is the compost that we've been making for the past 2 months. It's coming along really nice. Large stick, but most of it's pretty much broken down. It smells really good. It smells super earthy. Still a little warm, so it's still cooking. It's not quite ready yet. We even got some mushroom growth here. I watered it real good a couple days ago. But anyways, what I'm doing is I'm taking the fresh chicken soil. I'll pile it up in front of here. I'm going to pile it up as long as I can, as much as I can get out of there. I'm hopefully going to bring it to about right here, maybe a little bit further, and then I'll till it into the ground, till it in the best I can. And then I'm going to go through, I'm going to do 2 beds, starting one right here and one right here. They're going to be 3 foot wide with a 1.5 foot walkway. I'm hopefully going to take wood chips and put it down the center of the walkway on each side of each row. I'm eventually going to do more rows, but right now I only have enough compost right here to bring over the top of 2 rows and possibly 3. We'll see what happens. I'd really like to grow some food back here too, but I think I'm just going to get my garlic going, start another compost pile right here, let that cook over winter, and then after winter goes and it's done, we'll drag it out here and start another row right there. But that's the plan. We've been making this compost, like I said, for 8 weeks. We've been feeding it. Watering it, turning it, and letting it sit. Every now and then I cover it with this, and then I'll uncover it to let it breathe. But this really gets the pile heated up. And I think having these pallets the way they are allows it to breathe at the back end, so it's getting a really good compost on it. It's breaking down extremely well. Anyways, that's my compost update. Getting the fence lined out. Gonna build another compost area right here so I can start storing all the poop and stuff that I get over the next couple months. Then eventually expand my garden out this way and hopefully meet the 2 gardens in the middle. But I might need a few more pallets. Hopefully I can figure this out. I have another little stack over there that I was gonna use for my turkey coop, but it looks like we're gonna use all that we can right here to finish this out. But so far it's coming together. Getting this compost pile wet. We just put this here. This is the bottom is rabbit poop. We cleaned the rabbit coop the other day, dumped all the pans there on the bottom, then took 3 wheelbarrows full of the sheep mom and baby's coop and put that there. Now we're wetting it down real good. I'm gonna get some dry amendments. I'm gonna top it, and then I'm gonna take my tiller and I'm gonna mix it all good together. Then I'm gonna grab some chicken poop soil from the chicken coop, put it in there, about 2 or 3 wheelbarrows full, mix it again together the best I can, and then water it and let sit, and that's compost. It's going to be some of the best organic compost that we can make around here, right here on site. I will add eggs and stuff like that from the house into it as well, eggshells, but that'll come over the next 2 months, and I'll do the same thing on the other side. And eventually, hopefully, we get to chop up this pile and build rows in here, and but we'll figure it all out shortly. Stay tuned.